rights activist. He brings a conservative point of view to black issues. His mission: to provide a forum for honest discussions about social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project Studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation with me, your gracious host, Jermain Botsio. And on today's show, you guys know what the deal is. I got the one, the only mind of Jamal, brother from down under, brother from another mother. How are you doing?
In shock.
Yeah.
Just so much has happened this week, and it's coming from the liberal left. It's just no other way to put it. Today, with Charlie Kirk being assassinated, he was not accidentally done. He was assassinated.
Yeah.
Then you had Irana Zenskaska in Charlotte, the Ukrainian girl. The media not talking about it, tried to duck and sweep it under the rug. There, they were shamed into covering it. Niggas in Chicago talking about they want to take on the
that they want to take on the president.
And then soon as they get shot in the street, we shall overcome. We are so damn dumb today.
I'm telling you, you can't get around it. You can't get around it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do us a favor, small favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share, okay? We're going to need your help. Today is not a very good day. Not a very good day. Actually, it hasn't been a good probably 30 days because of a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the media and around the world, let me tell you. You know, you see what Israel's doing in Qatar? It got a lot of folks talking, right? And then we got this political assassination that happened. And I want folks to know it's very, very, very serious. There are so many folks out there who want to try to start this quote-unquote civil war, right? So many folks out there. They will do whatever it takes. So that's why you see so much hell going on outside. They're looking because they want to shed some blood, ladies and gentlemen. They're evil. You seen what happened in Minneapolis, right? Where the confused person went down there with a gun and tried to murder some children. Actually, murdered some children, 2 of them. And now you see what happened today. And it seems to be boiling around the issue that we've been speaking about for a while on this show and basically in the, American lexicon right now, right? This LGBTQ stuff. And what they've been speaking about, the liberal media, mainstream media, shout out to Kelbella823, says R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, Flame On, Double J's, says gifted 1 subscription. That's Shane 0316. Let me go ahead and give you the customary. Both of you guys. Absolutely. So there's just so much going on. There is.
It is true.
Yeah, so please, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button. Make sure you do share. And we shall, kick off the show. All right? Absolutely. Let me make sure that I got everything set up well for us here. Look like we got it here. Bingo. Bingo, bango. All right. All right, brother, are you ready?
You know what, Jermaine? If it ever was a night I was ready, it's tonight, because this is something that has been going on. We know it. We've seen it. So let's flame. Like, you know what? We need to get Game of Thrones where the girl says Dakari, when
Yeah.
she's setting up when the dragon blow people and that means flame.
Mm-hmm.
Dakari. What did she say? Dakari. I'll figure it out.
Let's go ahead and rock it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. First one up, we're going to get right down to it. We're going to speak about Charlie Kirk. That's what everybody been speaking about for the last 6 hours, 13 hours, I should say. Last 10 to 13 hours. All right? Make sure you hit that like button. Here we go. Charlie Kirk was shot at Utah's college event. Take a look. Make sure you share.
And we do continue to follow that breaking news. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been shot at an event that he was hosting at a Utah college.
Caroline Coles is in the newsroom following the very latest on this one. Caroline.
Yeah, a lot of new information coming in since we first reported this breaking news not too long ago. I want to take you to where all of this happened. This was around 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time during a stop on his American Comeback tour. Witnesses say a single gunshot rang out in the midst of that speech. You see people running away after hearing that gunshot. That gunshot striked Kirk in the neck, sending the crowd, as you see, just running throughout campus. A suspect whose identity has not yet been released was taken into custody without further incident. Now, we understand the FBI, local authorities are, of course, investigating what happened. No motive at this point has been confirmed, but I want to give a little background as to who Charlie Kirk is for those who don't know. He's only 31. He's a well-known conservative activist. He's the founder of Turning Point USA. That's an organization really aimed at promoting conservative values on college campuses across the country, like he was doing right there at Utah Valley University. When he was just 18 years old, he has since become a really prominent voice in right-wing political circles. I don't think people understand how huge he was. He is a polarizing figure, really praised by supporters for advocating free speech and conservative principles, but also criticized by others who say his rhetoric often fuels division and controversy. Apparently, according to students on that campus, a lot of students did not want him going to that event. He has been involved in high-profile political battles and as a frequent guest on conservative media outlets. So this really sparking a lot of outrage across the country as people hear about what happened at this Utah event. I want to take you to some moments before the shooting happened at Utah Valley University. That's Kirk right there. He's on the stage. He's addressing a big crowd of students and attendees. This is all a part of his American Comeback tour. Again, known for his energetic speaking style, often engaging directly with young audiences. Again, his mission to promote conservative values and support for the president. We are getting some sound in from some witnesses, and I want to go to that sound. Let's listen in.
So the question was about shooters, and before Charlie Kirk could pick up the mic again, that's when the shot happened.
And Eva, could you see the shooter? Could you see where the shots were coming from? Can you describe for us what happened after, if you could see the aid that was rendered to Charlie Kirk?
So Emma and I dropped to the ground, so we didn't see with our own eyes. Charlie hit the ground, we saw him fall, but it looked like the shot came and it hit, he was facing us, and it looked like it hit the left side of his neck. And so where we were, though, it's interesting. It's kind of like a stadium. So it was a big bowl. It was a big bowl. So Charlie normally just platforms is he just sitting on the side of like the pavement, and everyone's at eye level with him. But with this, he was more down lower, and then everyone was around him and like.
We have the president as well. Take a look at your screen, posting on Truth Social saying we all must pray for Charlie Kirk, who has been shot. A great guy from top to bottom. God bless him. We also have a tweet from JD Vance. I'll just read it. He posted, say a prayer for Charlie Kirk, a genuinely good guy and a young father. He posted 14 minutes ago also saying, dear God, protect Charlie in his darkest hour, posting a picture of himself with Charlie Kirk and the president's son there as well. Also, this is from FBI Director Kash Patel posting, we are closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and investigation. So at this point, we are just waiting to figure out the status of him and also learn more about the suspect and what prompted him to do this.
So that was the coverage earlier. All right. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Yvette Romick Spillman. Says, in memory of Charlie Kirk, God bless his family. Absolutely. 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 I'm telling you. What a crazy, crazy, crazy moment there. I want to go ahead and show you guys something here.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
This is
Go, run! Oh. Not counting gang violence.
now. Before I play this here, and I know it was kind of quick here. It just kind of popped up here quick. But this is the moment that Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh my God. Go, run! Oh.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Oh.
So that was the moment there when he got assassinated. Just evil, evil, evil. Brother, what do you say about this here?
First of all, before I go any further, I want to thank Miss Yvette. I want to thank Shane Terry. I would like to thank Shane Terry for his kind and generosity donation to the page. I would like to thank Jermain. This is going to continue to happen because the Democrat Party don't fear retribution. Every time you turn around, the Democrat Party gets to throw feces on us, spit in our food, kick us when we down, and all we keep being told is pray for them. All we keep being told is, we trying to reach out. Jermain, President Trump was shot, and Democrats continue their rhetoric. It is time, since Donald Trump has control of the FCC, it is time that the FCC pull the license for MSNBC and CNN. Anybody that refers to another person as Hitler, fascist, and a threat to democracy, you will not be on public airways doing that.
Absolutely.
That's something that has to be done. Everybody keeps trying to say, oh, well, yes, freedom of speech. I 100% believe in it. We watched the Democrat Party use every tactic in the world to keep people from speaking during the COVID. People are being shot because Democrats are going on these shows, taking these platforms and turning them into rallies to gin up their crazies. After January 6th, everybody who was there, because I was at January 6th, I was there. They shut down websites. They shut down Parler because they said Parler encouraged January the 6th.
Yeah.
They shut down Parler. So Apple Store, Android, if they want to stop these sites from promoting stuff like that, they can, but they won't. Because it's okay to do it to conservatives. You just simply had Trump shot and they still calling them that. That man need to pull the license for CNN, MSNBC, and ABC and say anybody who refers to anyone as a Nazi, fascist, or threat to democracy because they have a difference of opinion for the way the country should be, you will not spew that on the airwaves. I cannot get on the airwaves and say, see guys, I can't do that. Why can't I do that? Because of the history of the people who did that. You know, we always say here in America about free speech, but we do have restricted speech. Conservatives are the only people who allow it, and we need to start pushing back.
Absolutely. They need to start pushing back. You know, I think that we have to get out of this complacency that we're in, where, you know, things is done to us and then, you know, we turn the other cheek, or, you know, we say, you know, we'll pray for them and stuff like that. It is time to stand up. It's time to fight back, especially when it comes to legislation. Liberals, they have no qualms about making sure our speech is shut down.
Nope.
They don't care at all. And I want folks to understand that. They don't care at all. You can see them saying the most evilest things and getting away with it. And if we just say a difference of an opinion, oh my goodness gracious, we are called evil. We have to, you know, grow a pair of balls and start doing what's right. They make fun of Christians all day long. Nobody says nothing. They make fun of whites. They make fun of conservatives, especially black ones, right? It's time that they need to push legislation to shut down a lot of these platforms that is spewing this hate. They need to. Because that's the only way that it will stop. There's a coalition in this country that wants to get rid of conservative speech. They want it gone. Because they know that that's their last hurdle and obstacle to fully controlling the populace. I want folks to understand that. They want you gone. So we have to recognize that. And we have to come to the realization that we cannot work with these people that want us gone. How can you work with somebody who wants you gone?
You can't.
I don't understand this. We are in a cold war, ladies and gentlemen, and it's heating up. So they're going to be doing this and making sure that they push the envelope more and more and more and more until they get the spark they need to make sure that they put the things they want in motion. Let me tell you. I want to go ahead and show you guys this video here. Now, a lot of folks been sharing this video around. Now, the FBI, they probably already got this video. But there was a man spotted on the roof when Charlie Kirk got shot. They got a man down below, some old man in glasses. And then they released him. But there's a guy on the roof. I want to go ahead and show you guys this here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. You just get so tired.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that.
Until we push
So
back.
there's somebody on the roof right there?
It's going to.
You see that?
Just
There's a
ran?
guy on the roof.
He just ran from over. Where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in, and now he's right there. Just saying. Just.
So there was a guy spotted on the roof before Charlie Kirk got shot. People are sharing this. You see, that's where the guy is. It's like he ran. I want to go ahead and play it again.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be.
You see what I'm talking about? He's on the roof. And he's like bent down. There he is. See, you see him right there. Right after he got shot. There he goes. So, brother, this video here that we seen. Now, I don't know if Charlie Kirk is followed by Secret Service.
No, he's not.
I know he has bodyguards and stuff like that. He got some security. But I don't know how many folks are on rooftops like that when somebody gets shot. You get what I'm saying? And this is the video that everybody and their mama's mama been sharing around. They want to know who the hell is on that roof. So, with everything being said here, what are you thinking here? Now, I have a question for you here. With this being done, is there a way that, President Trump can enact some sort of, executive order to, stop some of this speech from coming out? Or does he have to go through Congress and go through the whole rigmarole to get it taken care of?
Easy. Direct the FCC when the next time someone calls someone a fascist, a threat to democracy, and Hitler pull that person's license. You know who else is responsible for this? Van Jones. Jermain, Van Jones got mad because Charlie Kirk said that the killer in Charlotte stabbed her because she was white. Van Jones called Charlie Kirk racist, bigoted, and said, and yeah, oh yeah, and I got the
Racist,
video too. If you
yeah.
want to see it, he called her. You want to see the video?
Yeah,
It's only about
and I
15
want to
seconds.
go ahead and show you guys something that people have been passing around. All right, I want to go ahead and show you guys this here.
And okay,
and I think that you guys, you guys might be. Let me go ahead and show you. Hold on here. Let me see here. I think it might have been. Hold on here. Let me make sure. Okay, here it is. Here. Let me go ahead and transition, because this comes from a black page too, and I want folks to see this.
Oh, that garbage page you sent me to?
Yeah, because it encompasses how these people think. So this is from one of these pages on Facebook. And when this happened, they released this. For all the self-righteous folks clutching their pearls. No, we don't care about Charlie Kirk being turned into a pack. Now, Jamal, do you know what a pack is?
What
like a cigarette pack. Charlie Kirk turned into a cigarette pack, okay? A smoking pack. So let me go ahead and read it to you once more again, because that right there is a very, very evil statement. For all the self-righteous folks clutching their pearls. No, we don't care about Charlie Kirk being turned into a pack. Let's be real. This man built his career by pushing anti-black agendas, degrading women's rights, and bashing trans and gay people. He was garbage who thrived off pandering to racist America. I want you guys to, this is what they're saying. If you're defending him, you're telling on yourself you're racist too. Over here, we are hateful to the pieces of trash in society. No, we don't feel sorry for his wife. Any woman who would be married him isn't a good person. She should have chosen better. She's young enough to remarry. Life goes on. Oh well. Now, I was trying to clean that up. You know, some of these black folks, they don't write well. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? It's almost like they just learned English this year. So there you go. This is the type of stuff that the liberals are passing around. They don't care about Charlie Kirk and his family. They said that he's been turned into a pack, a cigarette pack that they're smoking on. Go ahead. What you got anything to say, brother?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. And if you look into the comment section, I made a comment.
I should have played the comment section too. They talking crazy on there too.
But you know what? Black folk been able to get away and do stuff like this for way too long. See, here's the thing. Everybody have been walking on pins and needles and eggshells and thin ice around black people because, oh, Jim Crow, George Floyd died in front of Trayvon Martin. Every time I have gotten on this podcast, And I have said, see, there you go. Can't wait till one of your side that happens to. Oh, laugh now, but you will cry later. You can see I said that. I hope, you know what? I'm going to say it. If somebody was to do that to Barack Obama or Michelle Obama, do you think black people will cry? Wouldn't that give a chance to give it back?
Look, she said agreed. I'm telling you, black is sin. You look at tra la 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 la, life goes on. Here goes another black one. She look man, let me stop that. Let me stop it, Jermain. Jermain, stop. Stop. No roasting. We don't roast on looks anymore. Not right now.
Oh God, she ugly. She look like a daggone salamander.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I try to. They so evil.
But they get to be that way because nobody holds them accountable.
Yeah.
I said during George Floyd that people were going to regret jumping behind George Floyd and sitting up here saying they didn't know black people go through this. Is sad. They see it with their own face. I said it then, and I say it now. Black folk have been doing stuff and getting away with it, and we keep sitting up there allowing so many black folk to sit here and cry boo-hoo-hoo about the past while they doing stuff in the present. We spend so much time concentrated on the past slights and mistreatment of blacks that we don't say nothing and focus and concentrate on the present day mistreatment blacks do to others. When you know for a fact when a bunch of niggas come someplace, you gonna have trouble.
Yeah.
You know for a fact when they come in, pants halfway though below their legs, doo-doo locks in their hair. Blaming it on somebody else, blaming they the world because they mama was so sorry she couldn't close her legs and wait the marriage. I'm not talking about mama divorced. Not talking about dad died in the service because because God, white liberal, sometimes white conservative women get on my nerve. Jamal, don't say that because you don't know if their daddy died in the military. 2%. That's why they daddy ain't there. The other 98%, I'll be back going to get me a pack of cigarettes. He did the Newport Mosey. And people keep, the black community is constantly. No, I don't know if you know about this murder, Jermain. In Auburn, Alabama, you had another black scholar murder a professor in Auburn, Alabama. The media won't talk about these.
Of course.
But let a white person get a black person a middle finger, or some black kids a middle finger on the school bus. We got to talk about racism.
Yep. You got to talk about racism and waste your time. Last comments here. Look at this. Somebody put, what a trash post. Very good. That's very good. Says, right, they keep talking about he had a wife and kids. So, TF, right? The F. Is that supposed to make me feel empathy? I thought he said that was a weakness. And look at it. I'm telling you.
These people are
This is a disgusting, what a shameful way to be a human. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, these people are so evil. Now, I want to go ahead and play you guys a comment from Donald Trump here. All right. Make sure you guys do us a favor. please, oh, please, oh, please hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here's Donald Trump.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
There you go. That is President Trump. Now, the liberal media right now, rightfully so, is calling Charlie Kirk a martyr for right-wing conservatism. And let me tell you something, they ain't lying about that. He absolutely is. And a lot of folks gonna wear that as a badge of honor. Brother, now you got done showing me earlier a video, and we've been discussing this for a little bit, of how Charlie Kirk got killed here. Now, a lot of folks are saying that, you know, he got hit in his neck. Some folks don't know if he got hit in his chest. But what's been going around and what's, you know, me and you've been discussing and seeing is that the bullet might have ricocheted off a bulletproof vest he'd been wearing. And the shrapnel might have injured his neck. Now, you got some video that you want to play for us here?
Yeah, if you can see, this is off.
We go ahead.
The
and
person
transition.
name is Rizza Swan, and they said shocking close-up footage. The bullet ricocheted off Charlie Kirk's bulletproof vest and pierces his neck. And they play it in real time, slowly, and you will see it hit his vest.
Bow. You can see it hit his vest and then go up.
Yeah.
Yup. There it goes. So it did hit his vest and go up. Now, me thinking about him wearing a vest, Jamal, you know, I wouldn't think of it as him, you know, being in a crazy, you know, a very, how can I say, a dangerous situation talking, but me just seeing his vest on makes me think that he might have been getting some death threats. You get what I'm saying? Maybe somebody's been threatening him, and that's why he wore that vest. Because I don't see a lot of these guys who go down to these universities talking, even though they have people combat them all the time. People like Myron Gaines, he goes to college campuses and debates fools like this all the time. And he doesn't wear a vest. But what do you say to that? Do you think that he might have been getting threatened?
Oh yes, Jermaine. Him, Steve Crowder, because Steve Crowder, Change My Mind come from Steve Crowder, or Prove Me Wrong, or something. I forget Steve Crowder did Prove Me Wrong, but that's where it comes from. And the problem is these universities allow people to say somebody can't come here with a different opinion of us. That's because of liberals, Democrats, and these people at college campuses. Whenever a college campus, people can get out there and say, well, we don't like what he say. And the professor and the college president say, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? They're going to come. They're going to speak. And if I catch you coming to there to disrupt them, we're going to expel you and you won't come back. That's the problem. The liberals don't get punished. And there's always some ready with knee pad, weak, spineless Republican. Well, we don't want to restrict their speech. We don't want to say anything. We just want everybody to be able to speak. We don't want to dictate. They know what we gonna say. They know what we're going to say we're going to do, and they have adjusted to themselves so they can take advantage of it and run us out on rails. This is Van Jones' fault. Van Jones said last night that Charlie Kirk was a racist. Charlie Kirk was a bigot. Jermaine,
yeah,
here is what
they're not going to change that rhetoric. They're going to keep that rhetoric. You best believe it.
No, look at this, Jermaine. And we know it was because of race. Because when he did that to that girl, he said, I got a white girl. CNN allows him. They allow God, what's her name? That's the show he's on right now. He's on her show. The black girl, what's that?
It's not Joy Reid. What's her name?
Oh God. Because Scott Jennings on the show all the time. Like, you just had somebody had their comments on right now. Somebody Heritage Seeds. Somebody named Heritage Seed has just sat here and your moderators done got them. I don't know what their comments were, but you can tell it was something nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But they get away with this, Jermain. They get away with it.
You know, the way things are, I certainly believe that this is more than just, you know, a random attack. You know, I believe that this is one of those, you know, events where they're trying to start something a lot bigger than just this isolated incident. They want to start a civil war. That's what all these events that are coming off to right now. They want to start a civil war. And when they start picking off conservative politicians, it lets you know what they want. The folks who want to take over this country, they fear conservatism, and they look at conservatism as the last bastion of freedom Americans have, and they want it gone. And I want folks to understand that. And the media in this country is so bad. You can go ahead and have an incident like this, and they'll have foo-foo coverage on it. How much you want to bet in 2 or 3 days? Maybe let's say 2 days. This coverage will damn near be non-existent.
Yep.
It is kind of like that Minneapolis school shooting.
Yes.
Haven't you noticed that they don't speak about it no more? I literally was just telling somebody, I said, I bet you this take about 3 or 4 days and this is gone. And I calculated it was about 3 days. It was about 3 days. I kid you not. They put the foo-foo coverage on. And if anybody doesn't know what foo-foo coverage is, that means
just
fluff.
You
just skip past it. Right? Yeah, there's been some new developments. Right? You speak about it for about 10, 15 seconds and you move on. That's exactly what's going on. What happened about the 2 politicians that got killed in Minnesota? Remember that?
Yeah.
Melissa
they tried to
Hortman,
say it was because of a Republican.
Her husband killed. And because that went against them Democrats, what happened?
Disappeared.
And literally, that one was a little bit longer, though. We're going to give that about probably 5 to 7 days. You get what I'm saying? That one was about 5 to 7 day coverage. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that was one of the first main ones. 5 to 7 day coverage. So it seemed like every, 2 or 3 weeks we get a big shooting, right? And then we had this stabbing that just happened. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, brother, you got any last words? I want to move on to another topic here. Since I just brought it up, I want to speak about the stabbing.
This is why people hate black folk. You see this?
Go ahead.
This person.
Oh yeah,
named,
with the coon.
Yeah, William Leslie. White people love you, man, because right here I spoke about the girl getting stabbed. People have empowered black races and black supremacy in the name of tolerance and understanding black people, understanding and trying to communicate and trying to show black people they've changed. Things aren't what they used to be. I get so sick and tired, Jermain, when somebody tell me, Jamal, how can we reach the black community? Jamal, how can we do it? Let them niggas go to hell.
Yeah. And Bucket Life says, 243 says, everybody talking about a civil war. So explain to me where the military fits into all this. Whose side are they going to be on? Will they be deployed to stop it? Of course. You know, they would be deployed to stop it. But one thing that, you know, is very, very, very dangerous right now is that we have factions in the government. Right? We don't have a very good government. I know I grew up just like everybody else, right? We always thought that American government was true, it was fair, right? Around the world and everything else. And then we got older and we seen how corrupt it is. Yeah, it's very corrupt. We have factions in the government. If we went to civil war, there would be factions in the government and factions of the military that would be against us. Yeah, you better believe it will be all out. But if you raise your hand and you take that constitutional oath, ain't that right, Jamal? Raising your hand and you swear to the Constitution, you're going to fight for whoever the president lays down his hand. And if it's the American president right now, Donald J. Trump, and you in the military, you fighting for him. Yeah. That's where you fighting for him, and he's fighting for the Constitution, and you're fighting for the Constitution as well. So that's where it lands. So I wanted to go ahead and point that out there. Now, brother, I want to speak. Let's go ahead and move forward here. I want to switch the speed a little bit. I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about the stabbing. Okay, a lot of folks are speaking about this stabbing. Black America, it's probably going to piss off a lot of folks. They could give a F about it. Black America don't care. They don't care not one bit.
Nope.
I'm telling you right now, they don't care not one bit. Let me go ahead and run this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share.
There's growing outrage today over the brutal murder of a beautiful 23-year-old waitress on a commuter train. The accused killer has a history of violence and mental illness, yet was free on no cash bail.
Here are the facts that many outlets have shamefully and intentionally failed to report until President Trump drew attention to it.
Disturbing surveillance video shows Irina Zarutska, a refugee from war-torn Ukraine who sought peace and safety in the USA, stepping onto the train after finishing her shift at a pizza restaurant. In the seat behind her is 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown. Pizza. Watch as he slowly opens a pocket knife, then stands and without warning plunges the knife into his victim in an unprovoked attack. He strides away, and at first, even Irina doesn't seem to realize how badly wounded she is. But her life is ebbing away. We spoke with WSOC TV reporter Hunter Sines.
It's surreal that this was so random of an act and so blatant of an act. And when you see that video, I think every one of us
remember the knockout
who use the light rail system
black folks
say
did the same
it could have
thing
been
too.
us sitting in that seat.
The video is catching the attention of President Trump.
A beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead.
This story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention, and it's being used as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments.
Brown had been arrested 14 times and had served 5 years in prison for armed robbery. His mother says he's schizophrenic.
100%.
Irina escaped the war in Ukraine in 2022 with her family. She loved animals and was working in a pizza parlor, hoping to put herself through college and become a vet. The city council is beefing up security on their light rail system in the wake of the murder.
Dang, Ukrainian women are always that fine? Boy, every
Majority
Ukrainian woman I've seen look fine, let me tell you. But, yeah, I don't know. It got to be something in the water over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know why they so fine over there. You know, I don't know. It got to be the water or something. You know, I don't know. But, brother, what do you say to this here? You know, liberal blacks are upset. They're mad at Donald Trump for bringing this issue up. But I'm saying that they're mad in a sense because Donald Trump is always showing the black dysfunction of the community. And he's pointing it out, and most of the time he's solving it. And it makes these type of black folks upset and angry. What do you think about this?
You know, Jermaine, when you look at that video, it's also some more people that's just as guilty. If you go back to that video, Jermaine, that you was playing, it's 4 of the people in that video.
Yeah. Let me go
back.
back.
When he stabbed her, they sat there.
And
the black
watched.
girl got up and just hurried up and walked away. The black dude got up and walked away, left her there. And
that's
the
America
sad
for
part, the sad part, Jermaine, she knew she was going to die. That's why she started crying. She started seeing all that blood rush out of her, and she knew she was going to die. She knew it. And so when she knew it, she started crying. You can see her just ball up in the chair. And next thing you know, when somebody do come help her, because it's 3 people that do come help her. It was a black dude, white lady, and then it's another nigga. He's sitting up there recording what's going on, recording them help her. She had lost all that blood and it was over. We have seen time after time of blacks killing whites indiscriminately, don't care.
Yep.
If this was the 1960s or the 50s, there had been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 churches up in flames right now. The white folk would have done struck back.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
They have been told to not do anything, keep quiet, don't say nothing. You bet. And what's worse, it's the whites, not the blacks, who tell them. White people' biggest threat is other white liberals. Yeah. Malcolm X said it when he said about the power struggle between white liberals and white conservatives. White liberals use blacks and other minorities to come at white conservatives to silence them.
Yeah. You know, let me go ahead and show you guys this. This has been passed around. I want you guys to see this.
I have to wait till it come pop up here, Jermaine, because I can't see it.
Here it is. So this comes from Don't Unfriend Me post, okay? I follow their posts, and they have some pretty crazy posts. Dude. And look what this says. If it had happened like this, Charlotte would be burning to the ground right now. Now, look at this. You got a black woman sitting here, curled up. Look at how they changed everybody's color. This is just opposite color. Everybody else was black here, right? And then the person is white. Imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. Black folks want to burn down everywhere. They want to burn down their house. They want to burn down the governor mansion. They want to burn down everything, Jamal. Everything. Yeah.
Somebody sent me that picture.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if it was switched around, and you know what black folks say, ladies and gentlemen? They say, damn sure we would have. They surely would have. I think what happened was very evil. Black folks are into, not all of them, but there's a certain demographic. And the certain demographic we speak about is the one that's creating a lot of problems in this country.
Niggas.
All right. Yeah, and everybody knows what we talk about. This demographic started a game called the knockout game.
True.
Where they were just going and knocking out white folks.
Especially Jewish people.
Yeah. Remember the media even denied that there was even a game being played? The media did, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. The media denied that the game was even being played until they interviewed somebody who was playing that game. So it's serious. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that there needs to be a white civil lawyer. What he needs to do is take these type of suits. Yeah, I'm telling you, he listen to me, he gonna make tons of money. You're gonna get notoriety and money. Trust me, you just take these cases pro bono. You trust me, the money will come. And you go and sit here and you start suing these black folks who are doing stuff like this. There needs to be a white Benjamin Crump. And guess what? A lot of this stuff you'll start seeing the coverage start being skewed in the right direction. And you will see a lot of this type of stuff stopping. A lot of these black folks, in a sense, act up in this way because they know that they get a pass from the media. And they know that the culture accepts this type of degeneracy now. Tell me I told a lie. They accept this degeneracy. So this is where we're at in this country. Jamal, what do you think about the white civil lawyer? He acts just like Benjamin Crump. Anytime that there's an issue like this that happens, and trust me, there'll be an issue damn near every week. Don't you think that a white civil lawyer, he'll be able to, put everything back on a good playing field?
That's why we have the Department of Justice right now. That's what Pam Body is supposed to be doing. They ain't doing nothing over there, though. Pam Body is supposed to be charging blacks with racial hate crime. And here's the thing. The Supreme Court already established in a 9-0 that whites have discriminated. Jackson couldn't admitted that whites over the past 25 years have had to do extra steps to prove that racism had been happening to them.
Yeah.
They had to show extremities why mistreatment was done to them. If the black person come in and say, "Hey, Crocker, how you doing?" that was okay. If the black person, if the black supervisor gave them unfair treatment, wouldn't give them promotions and stuff, that was considered, hey, he's just looking out for his brothers and sisters. That's okay. Well, the Supreme Court said, no, it's not. The Supreme Court already done ruled on this. So it's time that Pam Bondi start looking over some of this stuff has been happening and start charging hate crimes for this hate, and come out with it and say discrimination against a white person because of their color. Don't say because he's gay, because he's handicapped. No, because he was white. And let people hear that this black person or Asian person or Latino person is going to jail for discrimination against someone white, against white people.
Absolutely. You know, Pam Bondi needs to step up and do the right thing. You know, I believe if a lot of these cases are handled in the right fashion with expediency, let me tell you something, it could change the trajectory of what's going on. But I do believe there needs to be a private sector civil lawyer to deal with this. It has to be. There's so many slick talking white folks out there. Where the slick talking white lawyers at? The one with the greasy hair. Where are y'all at? Do y'all are y'all just doing the? You know what I'm talking about, Jamal? Are they all just doing like accident stuff? Are you doing like workman's comp stuff? What's going on? White folks need your help. Yeah, you see about
sleazy lawyers all the time.
Yeah, where them greasy white guys at? You know what I'm talking about? Get the hair slicked back, got the nice little suit on. You get what I'm saying? You got the nice flash of Rolex. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? We want to hire you. I believe if they have that type of outlet, all this nonsense will boil down. All right. And especially with the news coverage. Now, Jamal, you are on to something with the FCC shutting down a lot of these platforms for spewing hatred. I also believe that President Trump needs to put out some sort of law that combats that type of stuff. You know, where you cannot sit there and demonize a political figure or commentator when they're speaking on factual arguments or things of that. It got to be, they got some top lawyers over there. They know how to work the language well. You get what I'm saying? But it needs to be written in such a way where they're not able to keep saying these type of evil things and getting away with it, because what they're doing is framing a narrative that isn't true. And in this culture right now, we got so many folks who are retarded, so many folks who are crazy and out of their mind because of the drugs that are in this country. You get what I'm saying? Because of the gosh darn LGBTQ folks that are taking the hormones and everything else. Their brains are all screwed up, Jamal. Absolutely screwed up. So it's going to take a lot of effort on all sides to deal with this, but I believe if you work on the legislation side and you start dealing with the rhetoric and the media, and then you start dealing with the LGBTQ stuff, you start getting a handle on what's going on and stopping this nonsense. Now, Jamal, I want to go ahead here and speak. Let's switch the gears up a little bit here. Now, I want to speak to you about Chicago. A lot of folks been speaking about Chicago since Trump wants to throw the National Guard there. He wants the troops there. He wants to take down the crime. Black people in Chicago, the YNs, the young niggas, right? The young niggas, you know, the ONs, the old niggas too. They're threatening the National Guard. Yeah, they got some black folks there who are upset and angry. I want to go ahead and run this clip when it come back. I want to get you guys' take on it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
Sheridan Ave. Over the last few weeks, the Trump administration has sparked several conversations on crime in highly urban cities like DC, Baltimore, and Los Angeles. According to Trump, these cities have failed to handle their crime rate, and in response, Trump will send in the National Guard into DC to help. Now, many have opposed the use of the military being used against civilians, while others have cheered on the move, pointing out how quickly things have improved. Just a few days ago, on his Truth Social platform, Trump would now threaten Chicago as the next city he may have to bring the National Guard or military to. He would go on to write, "I love the smell of deportation in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War." He would then go on to share a picture of himself on the body of an Army general. Now, the president's words were definitely alarming for those in Chicago, including the city's own mayor, who would directly respond to the message on his X account. The president's threats are beneath the honor of our nation, but the reality is that he wants to occupy our city and break our Constitution. We must defend our democracy from this authoritarianism by protecting each other and protecting Chicago from Donald Trump. Outside of political figures in Chicago reacting to Trump's threats, those who are accused of being directly connected to the crime would respond. Over on TikTok, videos will begin to circulate of gang members and so-called thugs explaining that Chicago will not comply so easily like other cities.
Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Direct. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga? We ain't scared of this shit.
Trump do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago.
Let me tell y'all something personally, bro. Trump, I don't know why the f you think that these young niggas in Iraq finna be scared. They ain't scared no National Guard, shorty. They ass is not playing out here, boy. The National Guard should be scared of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what they be wrong. These YNs pull up to the police station with switches. You know what I'm saying? Drake's everything, shorty. Right in front of the station. I know exactly what I said, bro. No capping, so it's like, this shit crazy. These little niggas crazy, boy.
Now, these threats made by gang members in Chicago to the National Guard will cause many black users online to now chime in and share how ridiculous they felt their logic was.
Bow, and I'm going to stop it right here. Jamal, so you see how these young niggas were acting. They're like, man, bring it on. We got, you know, we got switches, we got Drakes, we got everything for the cause. This is what the young niggas are saying. What do you think about this?
The reason why they saying that, Jermain, because they know that soon as they do something stupid and they get shot for it, they gonna mama and they grandma gonna be out. We shall overcome. Oh, my baby Lord Jesus, they done shot my baby because he black. Oh, And that's what they gonna do, and then they gonna sue and get money. So it's a win-win. If they go out there and do something stupid and they light them up like a Christmas tree. Is there anyone downrange? Is anyone downrange? Please identify if anyone downrange. We will be sending live rounds downrange in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what we used to do at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, when we used to be shooting downrange, okay? They know that. That's why black folk know the system. We know we get out there and give all this big hoop-de-ha, roop-de-raw. The federal government is there to protect us. Oh, no, little black boy, we got you. I understand Jim Crow segregation and slavery. I'm not going to let you get yourself and you run back out there. No, little black baby. That's what the black community has done over the past 70 years. We have ran out, done stuff, and just got picked back up by the government instead of somebody say, okay, go and stick your finger in that socket, see what happens. Bet you won't do that again. Look what happened with Hurricane Katrina. Everybody, black folk were like, we can't stand George Bush. George Bush didn't help us. George Bush didn't send us no help.
That's what they said. You know, Jamal, the YNs don't want the National Guard and Trump there because they want to continue pushing crime.
Yes.
They can't get the drugs in there. They can't sell the guns. They can't do all the illegal stuff if the National Guard and Trump is there. Brandon Johnson, you know, he can't get the kickback for all the, illegal stuff that happens there. You know, that's why they don't want Trump there. People don't understand that when it comes to crime, it's very profitable and beneficial for the politicians. I want people to understand that. It's very profitable. And if Trump gets there, guess what? And nothing moves, a lot of people don't get paid.
Bingo.
I want people to understand that. So, you know, there needs to be, in a sense, a campaign on doing the right thing and making Chicago a better Chicago. Chicago, since its infancy, has been, you know, what could I say, inundated with crime, right? It has crime through and through, ladies and gentlemen, through its infancy. One of the biggest mobsters of all time come from Chicago, Al Capone. And he didn't get really caught up in any crime, essentially. He got caught in tax evasion.
Yep.
He was so good at crime. And I want people to know why he was so good at crime. Because the politicians were in on it as well. Yeah. Everybody was getting paid except for Uncle Sam.
Yep, he wanted his cut.
Uncle Sam wasn't getting the profits from. Uncle Sam put him in jail. I want folks to understand this. Uncle Sam put Al Capone in jail because he wasn't paying taxes on the drugs he was selling and all the stuff he was getting in. They went to his property, see all the stuff he was buying, this and that. He wasn't paying taxes on that as well. That's where they were getting him at. That's it. That's it. That's how good his operation was. And what do you think is going down there? It's still an Al Capone out there. Chicago got plenty of Al Capones. Black ones, Hispanic ones, white ones, they're all there. So that's why that city never sleeps. Let me tell you. And that's why they're fighting so hard, including the mayor, Governor Pritzker, right? The governor of Illinois. Don't he look like a criminal?
Yep.
He looked like a mob boss criminal. Everybody over there, all the politicians look like criminals. Look at Barack Obama. Barack Obama came out of there with a gay husband. Yeah, he was the biggest finesser out of Chicago. Anytime you see a politician out of Chicago, he got dirty money. Yeah, I don't make this stuff up. Chicago, everybody dirty. If Jesus came from Chicago, Jesus would probably be dirty too. Think I'm playing? Yeah. Thank the Lord Jesus didn't come from Chicago. Thank you, Jesus. All right? Thank you, God. That's what I'm talking about. Any last words before I play this next clip?
Chicago has been a problem that has not been solved for over 20-some years. We need to go back to the 3-strike rules so we can take it out of the hands of liberal judges and prosecutors like Cook in Cook County up there in Chicago and lock them up.
Absolutely. Lock them the hell up. I could tell you that. Now, there's a... I want to go ahead here and play something on the lighter end right now. We've been into heavy stuff right now. Let's lighten it up a little bit here. I want to go ahead and show you guys a clip here. This clip may make you mad or may make you laugh. But there's a comedian by the name of Drewski. Yeah, he's a black man, a young black man. He has various skits on YouTube and Instagram. And he has made a skit in an event very viral. And a lot of people are talking about it. He went white-faced to NASCAR. I want folks to understand that. Yeah, he's a black man. He got sprayed white. Okay, he dressed up like a white Southern hillbilly. Yeah, and he went to NASCAR, and he was out there acting very whitish, let me tell you. And a lot of folks are upset at him. I want you guys to take a look at this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
Dang, he look black, white for real.
That's what I said. Oh, you should have seen the way he was acting, boy. White
he must be light skinned, high yellow. Yeah, he got to be high yellow. Light, bright, damn near white.
He light like you.
Ain't that light.
There he is. Let me go ahead and stop it. Hold on. Let me go back. There he is, Jamal.
Wow.
Yeah, see, I told you he was like you. I told you. Go ahead.
Dad!
Look at him.
How did he pull that off?
Yeah, he pulled it off. Yeah, the makeup artist need an award, boy. I'm telling you, he must have paid him.
Remove all larger electronics. If you have a phone, liquid CDs, IDs, take it out. Put your shoes in another bin. I said it already. Put your shoes in another bin.
Hey, work.
He acted like
I need help moving. Moving. I move housing. I have money. Money. No.
Tune it up, Drewski. This ain't nothing, Joe.
Sounds pretty good right there.
You gotta put your butt in it. Money. Step back. Hey. Water. Human torch. Oh, baby. We got it.
Are these regulations?
This ain't gonna fool no one, man.
Wow, so I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna stop it right here. So there you go. Drewski, he played whiteface here. And him acting like a southern white man, overweight white man, caught him hell. What do you think about this? Do you think that it's racist? There's some white folks who are saying that what he did was racist. What do you say to this here?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. If it had been blackface, it would have been considered racist. If it had been blackface, I think it was for comedic joke. If people are okay with it, I'm gonna tell you like this: I can't get offended if people didn't get offended. I can't get offended for people, and I do believe if someone laughed at it, and really majority of the people laughed at it, it would be no problem.
Yeah, I think majority of people laughed at it because they know what type of antics he is on. But I think that maybe if you didn't know who he was and you just saw him doing stuff like this, you would think that there's something wrong with him. You get what I'm saying? And I can understand that if somebody's saying that it's racist too. I can understand that too, because I know that there will be some black buffoons out there who will say the same thing. And that's why, this racist stuff is just dumb. It get to a point where it's just dumb. It's like you can't even do anything that's, even fun. Well, how can I say controversial funny in a sense? I mean, to me, this is hilarious. If somebody was, white doing a blackface, I've seen some white guy doing a blackface before. It was hilarious to me when I seen it. There's an alien on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay. The alien, he looks like one of those gray aliens, and he's dressed up like a hood nigga. I swear to goodness. And he's speaking like he Blackanese. Yeah, he's speaking the Blackanese stuff. Yeah, and he dropping his pants and everything, sagging and everything. He got a bandana on his head and everything, and he's speaking in Blackanese. Everybody, laughing. That's the way I see this type of stuff here. Now, with this being said here, there was actually a guy who looks like him who was, in that NASCAR kind of, event. And he wants to invite him to Drewski to get inside of a monster truck. Now, I want to go ahead and run this, and when I come back, I want to speak about it. Because the guy who was inviting him looks like he could be his, twin brother. I kid you not. I kid you not. Hey, I'm telling you, you guys need to see this. Here we go. Make sure you share.
All right, I seen the Drewski White Boy skit, and I noticed that he looks familiar. Can't quite put my finger on it. I've seen that guy before. Well, I got the tits and everything. Drewski, on October 4th, I'm going to be driving a demolition derby car in Bristol. I'd be honored if you'd come watch. For America, I'm up against like these Australians. And hypothetically, if you wanted to be in that derby, I have not cleared this. I'm telling you, don't even look like one. Brother. I'm just thinking out loud here, baby.
They look like they
come
can
out
be
to
brothers.
my trailer.
They could be brothers.
I got a camper down there, real nice one you can stay in.
Yes.
Fucking hurt me.
Look at his big ass nose. Somebody would say, Jermain, he got one of them wigger noses. He got big ass nose, Jermain. You see that there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, could be brothers.
They look like they could be older and younger brother.
I kid you not. So when I looked at that, man, I was like, man, the internet is undefeated. It really is. You know, so it's crazy, but you know, I just don't see too much wrong with this. You can see that even a lot of white folks are even supporting them and laughing with this. Any last words before we move on?
No, it's I'll be honest. Just he was invited back. People said he had fun and laughter. So if the people, you can't be offended for people who don't want to be offended, who feels they're not offended. You can't do it. So
absolutely. You know, let's go ahead and move forward here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Mm-hmm. Next one up here. I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about a father that pissed me off and probably pissed off a lot of other men in this country. Okay. There was a baseball game where a dad got a ball. The ball was hit into the bleachers. It was right next to him. He got the ball and carried the ball over to his son. And there was an ungrateful white woman. They call her a Karen. They calling these ungrateful white women that, you know, run, that either nag or they're yelling. You know that white girl yell? Yeah, apparently she was doing it. And she was able to commandeer that ball back from the pusillanimous white daddy. I want to go ahead and run this when it come back. I want to speak about this. I want to speak about the pusillanimous state of men in America here. No wonder why the women are running to the divorce court. I can see why now. I want to go ahead and run this when it come back. I want to speak about it. Make sure you hit that like button.
The woman splashed out on the left, going to put the fight-ins in fighting.
It's the grab now seen around the globe. Phillies.
Let me go back.
The woman splashed out on the left, going to put the fight-ins in fighting.
It's the grab now seen around the globe. Phillies fans scrambling after Harrison Bader sent a home run ball flying into the stands during Friday's game against the Marlins. One man emerging victorious, gifting the ball to his son who was celebrating a birthday. But watch as a woman storms over to them.
His dad gets the ball for his kid. Nice family moment. What? Until she decided to ruin it. She said,
look at her.
Saw it.
Look at how pusillanimous he is. Look how scared he is.
Well, now speaking out about the
I want to take out my belt and whoop the daddy.
The crack of the bat.
I'm serious, bro. Suck some lemons.
I knew it was going to the right, but
do something, bro.
Look how he was flailing like an old woman.
The armrests, and I picked it up, turned around, and felt like Super Dad. Walked back to Lincoln, put it in his glove, and gave him a hug.
It was exciting getting our first home
run
ball
you could tell your wife he ain't got no wife. The woman in your life left.
What was about to happen next.
I understand
why. Now viral moment caught on camera.
When she screamed in my ear,
you should have told that white woman to back up.
Everybody saw how shocked I was.
And, you know, when I turned, I had to lean back because she was really close. She had many inappropriate words to say around my kids.
From Starbucks.
And all I could think was, make her go away.
The Pops does the right move. He says, I got time for this. I'm trying to have a nice night with my family.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, you don't give her the ball. Phillies fan, both teams chipping in to create a happy ending.
A good deed does go noticed.
The Marlins gifting him a bag full of goodies, and after the game, Harrison Bader himself sending Lincoln home with a signed baseball bat.
It was really, really exciting. I would have still liked that home run ball to put in my room, but everything else, it's all just as good
It's
in
incumbent
the
on
end.
men to be strong in this
All
country.
good in the end. So great that the teams were able to help make it so right in the end. But also check this out. The
make
U.S.
it so right. The team shouldn't have to make it so right in the end.
Yep.
They shouldn't, Jamal. The father should have stood up like a real man. You're in a real world event, a real world situation with your child. Some deranged lady comes to you speaking nonsense, yelling at you, and you start flailing your hands like an old woman, like you're scared. I want people to see this. I want to show it one more time. Because the way he did this is the reason why he's sitting there with no woman by his side. People could get mad at me all you want. You could get mad all you want. And I'm telling you, men out there, you better have some balls.
Yep.
Oh, Jermain, you're being misogynistic. Screw you. Jump off a cliff. I could care less. That's a way to shut down real men. I want you to see
who is
how,
celebrating a birthday.
Look at the way. Look at him.
Watch as a woman
you see. Look at the way he flail his arms.
As a woman
Back.
Is he about to fly away?
Storms
Look at him.
over to them.
His dad.
Jamal, look at the way he
ball to
flail
his
his
son,
arms.
who is celebrating a
Look at the way
birthday.
he flail his arms.
But watch as a woman
I know that
storms
little
over
boy like,
to
oh
them.
my God,
Gets the
Daddy
ball for
showed
his
his
kid.
true
Nice
size
family
in front
moment.
of thousands of people.
Until she decided to ruin it.
Look at that.
I saw it first. The ball wasn't even in the
You, he ain't get ladies out there. He ain't getting no dates. I can tell you that, ladies.
Yep. And if you get in it, it's come from
nice.
the crack
I want
deal.
the guys to understand something out there. Being a nice guy don't get you nowhere with the ladies.
Look at that.
I hope the guys understand that. This was a perfect situation for him to show his son how to handle it like a man, and he screwed it up.
Oh, he missed
What do you think about this here, though?
I mean, they send on TV bragging that they got stuff because people felt bad for his son probably because his son was dad gonna got you for a daddy.
That's why.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, oh my God, we better get him something because his daddy sure gonna throw him and sink him. Don't go fishing with your daddy because you may not come back. You can look at it. I mean, look at that.
It's just crazy to me. Jamal, and can you speak about how that woman felt entitled to touch this man? I mean, in our society right now, as men, we know that if we have some sort of disagreement with a woman,
we walk away.
We cannot just go run and just touch her arm and hold her and then just start spewing nonsense and yelling. We know that we can go to jail for that.
Yeah.
How come these women out here don't know that they can get their ass whooped? How come they don't know that they can get their ass whooped? How come they don't know that they can go to jail? And how come men don't start putting these women in jail for stuff like this? What that guy should have did say, you know what? I'm going to do what a lot of these other women do. I'm going to overblow this. Yeah, she hurt my arm. Have her arrested. How come they ain't doing stuff like this, Jamal?
Because a lot of men have self-respect and pride. And so they're like, this woman can't help me, but I'm sorry. Too many women have gotten men locked up, put in jail for long times, and then laugh and brag that they did it when he gets out. Yes, what he did, that's on him, but
I know it. You can't defend it. You cannot.
The women is just like black folk. They have had protection from the government so long that they think they are the government as well. So they treat you like subjects and them like they the king. That's why they always talk about some kings and queens and all that. That's why.
Jamal, I mean, it just blows my mind. You know, it really does. Seeing this type of stuff, this was a perfect moment for him and his son there. It was a perfect moment for him to show his son how to handle this situation like a man. And he totally failed. And then he's sitting there. He's sitting there talking like a woman too. I seen the interview. I know the interview you guys are talking about in the comments. I seen his interview. He sounded like a woman sitting there. You know, I'm expecting a men. What happened to the men in this country? Have the liberal women beat you down so much that you won't stand up for even your own son?
Yep,
son there.
That's how they been
you should have seen the daughter. His daughter was there too. He did a interview with his daughter, and you should have seen the way his daughter was looking at the father. She was looking down. Yeah. And I want folks to understand how embarrassing it is as a child too.
It is.
That you're looking up at your father, as your father being a leader in your family. I want the women to understand how pusillanimous this is. He is looked up as to be a leader in the family, the protector, the provider. And he was shooed away. He was turned into a bitch by an old white lady. Yeah, I want you to understand, forever his son will be haunted by his father doing the chicken wing like this. And then he's sitting there talking as if, he went through an ordeal.
Yep.
I want folks to understand this. And then he's sitting there with no woman. And I'm like, I can understand why he ain't getting no woman. He ain't getting no woman. And ladies out there, as much as you like to talk about nice guys, go and ask the nice guys how much women they get. Zilch. None. Zilch. You don't get. Ask the guys out there. They'll tell you. If you're at home, ladies, and you got a good husband, you go and ask them, hey, do nice guys get women? And you'll see your husband saying, you know I'm not a nice guy. Yeah, they don't. And he over here, let me stop it. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. I want the guy to understand you cannot be a pussy like that. You just cannot. You lose respect. You do. And it's the main reason why, we're in the state we're in, relationship-wise and everything else, because the guys don't want to be guys anymore.
And the only way they can get some.
Oh, I bet, ladies out there, I bet when he was with the child's mother, every time she rose her voice, right? Every time she started nagging, you know what he was doing? He was doing this. Oh my God, Martha, I'll give you whatever you need. Yeah, I'll go outside and cut the lawn right now, Martha. Yes, I understand it's 9 o'clock at night. Martha, I'll go do it. Yeah. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and move forward. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. Last but not least, we are running out of time here. And we're going to speak about our last one. We didn't get to all of them, but we got to the ones that matter. I want to go ahead and speak to you guys about the Rose prank.
Oh, God. That's
the Rose prank. This has been going viral on TikTok. And let me tell you, it's an evil thing. And I want you guys to see this. Make sure you guys hit this like button. Make sure y'all. Hold on. Here we go.
I know that ain't what I think it is.
I need some batteries for my Rose.
Let me go ahead and
You got some batteries?
rewind this.
I know that ain't what I think it is.
I need some batteries for my Rose. You got some batteries?
I wanted to know if you had a charger for my Rose.
They ain't touch me, boy. That's disgusting.
How is it disgusting?
I don't know what you be doing with that thing.
Hey, you got some extra batteries I can borrow from?
Good morning, TikTok family. I had to come on here and address some people because I've seen some videos that I am totally appalled at. I can't even believe that they're on TikTok.
So I'm going to stop it right here. So there you go. This woman here, she's going to just speak about the Rose prank, but as you guys can see, the Rose prank is where these black women are taking the rose, which is a sexual device. You know, they play with their the coochie, and you know what I'm talking about. They play with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying, down there. And what they're doing is they're asking their child for either batteries or they're asking their child to charge it and seeing their child's reaction to the device there.
You nasty.
And I want folks to a sexual device. Jamal, what do you think about this here?
You nasty. Oh, yeah, nasty, trifling, conniving. But you know what it shows? Degradation of the black community. It's a mother playing a prank on a son and daughter because they know daddy ain't in the house. Daddy ain't gonna allow that.
Absolutely.
What is this? It's just a prank. Woman, if you don't get this nasty mess away from my kids. And then there's some women with some self-respect, like my wife. My wife don't ever be in front of my kids in her bra and panties. She always have a robe on. Why? Because she's showing her kids how they need to be when they get older.
They got to set the example.
These women come from single parent homes. And they get a trend and they do it stupidly. Everybody knows, and they can see that that's what they do. They try to come in, and they don't try. They have came in and have changed society worse.
Absolutely. You know, if this was a father doing this to his children, especially the females, he would be locked up. I think they would have get him for child abuse or child exploitation or something. You get what I'm saying? But these women are able to do this and kiki and laugh online and share it without the the fear of being thrown in jail. And what I think is that the fathers, what they need to do is start looking at these type of stuff, because the women in 2025 that are under 35, I would say, 40 to 30, I would say maybe a 40, under 40. A lot of them, they grew up in the TikTok era. So, part of their brain is retarded. You get what I'm saying? They like to go ahead and do these dances and challenges on TikTok like children.
Yes.
I don't care what anybody says. When they talk about maturity, and when they say, women mature faster than men and this, that, and the third, that may be true in a sense, but it don't last long. The maturity don't last long at all, ladies. You think I'm playing? Go ahead and ask the men. It don't last long at all. Because when we catch up around like age 25, the 30, let me tell you something. It's the difference in maturity. You can smell it. Let me tell you, you can. When the women are on TikTok at their jobs dancing and not caring. My friend Dominic Izzo, okay, he used to be a Chicago police officer. And he has his own talk show. He speaks about bad policing. And he shows plenty of times of women dancing in uniform on TikTok. They'll be in their patrol vehicles doing TikTok challenges in their uniform and everything. These are females.
Mm-hmm.
The men aren't doing it, but the women are. How about the nurses?
Oh, God, TikTok videos dancing.
TikTok video, you'll see nurses all day long dancing. How come the guys aren't doing it? So it lets you know the maturity level. And when the women are doing stuff like this, it lets you know where their mind is at. And then on top of that, they only do this because they are single. So let me understand something here. Is that when there isn't a male authority figure there, the women take advantage of that. And they behave in this manner. That's why it's so easy for them to turn their children trans, right? We don't see straight males turning their children trans. I want the women to understand this. That's why I speak so honestly about this. And I don't care who get mad because the facts are on my side. You see the way I'm smiling? It's on my side. That's why I don't care. Get mad all you want. You don't see straight males turning their children trans. But you will see straight females turning their children trans. What's wrong with them? And if you see a male even attempting and doing it, guess what? He's adopted the female mentality. He's either gay or something. He's not straight. He's gay or something.
He gay, he ain't either. I ain't telling you. I'm
yeah, I mean LGBTQ or something. That's why I say or something. So that's what it comes down to. That when women are by themselves with the children, the new ones that are 40 and below, because of the TikTok era, the horror culture, they behave in this way. And I also believe that there is an incestuous type of relationship being established here as well. You get what I'm saying? They must like their sons in a certain way to play with them sexually in that manner. That's all I'm saying. Last words on this here, sir.
It's depravity, it's evil, it's disgusting. And that's them queens everybody's talking about. That's them queens everybody say are the most educated. That's them queens they say are the most when it comes to generational wealth. That's them queens who said they didn't need nobody. And you can see they passing on their evil, depravity, disgusting behavior, because they can't hold all that disgust in one area. It has to seep out and get into the skull, get into the soil. That's disgusting. No parent, especially a mother, should be doing that to their son. And you can tell she ain't got no kids, because if you call daddy gonna come. So that's a lie when they say that there's no good black men. Black men ain't trying to help. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They just don't want to help.
I get tired of that as well. You know, the men are there, and it's most of the time, it's the culture and the women who take a lot of the times the easy way out and have a single relationship. They break up with the guy. You have a kid, you break up with the guy because you just don't like him anymore. It just didn't work. Ain't that right, ladies?
Yep.
Yeah, the ladies know what I'm talking about. That's why I don't play with them. You know what I'm talking about. You guys grew apart, didn't ya? Yeah. You had a baby and all of a sudden, oops, you grew apart, right? You just don't like him anymore. Yeah. That's the way relationships are nowadays. Ain't it crazy? Back in the day, they didn't do this type of BS. That's why guys got to start smartening up. The ladies ain't trying to marry, and they want the baby. Yeah. So, we just got to do the right thing. Got to do the right thing. And if you do the right thing as a man, a lot of the times you can correct a lot of the action going on. Right? But you got to lead. You got to lead correctly. So that's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for tonight. I want to thank everybody and their mamas for coming on in here. 2 hours of straight flames and fury. Brother, any last words for our beautiful, beautiful crowd tonight?
Keep America in your prayers. You've had the murder today of Charlie Kirk, the murder of Arana Zinkaska.
Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce that. I was like, you know what?
And the people who are most likely done it were scared to say they done it. The people whom we know who did it, they're scared. So, Jermain, at the end of the night, it's been a bad day today.
Yeah, I feel
all this week has been bad, from Charlie Kirk to the Ukrainian girl. And I'm glad some white people are speaking up and starting to say, hey, they're quiet when they attack us or when they slice us and mutilate us. So then we can right this ship so this won't ever happen again.
Feel it. Well, I want to thank everybody for hitting that like button, everybody for sharing, and everybody for donating. I want to thank you all. Hopefully you guys had a good time tonight, even though we had to speak about Charlie Kirk. We're going to say some prayers for his family, even though I know there's folks out there who don't like him. Yeah. That's the, how can I say, the life you choose if you're a conservative commentator or politician. Because of our culture, most of them aren't going to like you. Right? But you're just going to care about the folks that love you and your family. So that's what we need to do. We need to stick together and love the folks who love us and our family. All right? So with that being said, you guys take care. Have a very beautiful night. And we'll catch you guys here later with another edition of Conservative Nation Double Barrel J's Wednesday. You guys take care. Love ya. Good night. Bye-bye.